Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here for a wee bit of midweek Champions League action. We've got Bayern Munich taking on Inter Milan. We've got Arsenal hosting Real Madrid. It is going to be a feast of football this midweek, and we're kicking off the Sorare game week in unusual circumstances. Well, not really that unusual for the Champions League, but we do normally, we've seen this over the last little while, but we've got last minute deadlines, we've got rolling locks, we can look at the starting lineups and really tweak our teams towards the best of Europe competition, which is the free to enter game where there's $20,000 up for grabs. It's going to be split between everyone that can smash through 350 points. It seems a little bit too easy. You can add a limited card into that as well. And if you're brand new to Sorare and opening up your account to compete in this competition, they're giving away $100 of up to 50% credit on your first purchase. So literally, as we're previewing the games tonight, some of the biggest and best stars in world football, Mbappe's and Kane's, all the rest of it can be bought at a fraction of a price. You might not even need unlimited to compete in this one, but it's a card, of course, you can use time and time again for the rest of its career. I'm joined for the deadline show, as always, by my co-pilot, Daddy Trades, Harry Boy. How are we? Good to see you.
What's happening, mate? Yeah, I'm doing well, thank you, mate. Just had to deal with the last minute, almost DMP, but he managed to pull through with the late rolling lock. Yeah, don't remind me of any of them injured in the warm up. Oh, I've had a couple.
He came out the tunnel. He's strapped up. He's ready to go.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of deep heat, and he's good to go, mate. How are you though?
Loving that. I'm good, mate. I'm good, and I'm ready to go. I set my teams earlier today for the 3 p.m. deadline, but it wasn't quite a 3 p.m. deadline because normally it is just the European stuff we can tweak later on. But All Star and U23, those little pencils are there. It's full edit mode is on, so a bit of a different game week. So the deadline is kind of a moving feast for everyone, but these are the first main games of the game week we're kind of kicking off with, mate. So I'm quite excited, but I've made some last minute tweaks coming into tonight. Have you got much yourself? I've got 2 teams that are All-Star. Okay. No UCL keeper for me.
Yeah, I've got UCL, but not playing. I've got Kimmich tonight, but nothing else is playing tonight. For that, but I do have like Rodrigo and stuff in under 23. But I'm in an hour on whether or not to actually use him. Like I have him in Ray and Super Ray. I'm just like, I don't know. In fairness, though, I don't really have much else to to swap him in for. Sure. I have Brennan Johnson that might play against Frankfurt, let's say. And then, in fairness, I actually don't. Actually, no, that's a lie. I could do used in another lineup, couldn't I? Yeah, so I could play Ramos Mingo. I could use Badiashile, but obviously I don't know if they're going to play. So it's one of them where the longer you leave it, I might end up having nobody to play is the issue with this. So it's definitely, the dynamic's so different, isn't it?
It's crazy, yeah, because in terms of the time of the game week, I've had Thursday games before in this situation, but if you have the DNP and it's not like that collection kind of angle, even where it's just like, I've got a Sociedad guy left back doesn't start, our left back starts, you can swap them. But if it's like, I've got one random guy that's playing for Bodo and then he doesn't play, right. If you don't have someone else, you're stuck on a raft with that one.
Especially at Super Rare as well, because I don't want to be if I'm at the stage where I don't play Rodrigo tonight, and then Ramos Mingo doesn't play, Badiashile doesn't play, I literally have no other starters. So you're basically left to either buy one, or if the good thing with Super Rare, though, if the lineup's dead, you don't have to, you can't get relegated. So I don't, in a weird way, you're protected in a way. But if you want to see the lineup through, then I would technically have to, go into the market, I guess. But I don't know, away to Arsenal, it's not ideal, is it?
Well, I think that's probably a good place to start off. I've got that game on for my watching tonight. Let me know in the chat, guys, what game you're tuning into tonight. Are you going to watch Bayern versus Inter, a European classic, as it were, or the kind of the unplayed fixture of European football probably over the last 20 years? I heard a stat, Harry, on the Amazon preview show that of Real Madrid's 111 European opponents have played, they've never beaten Arsenal.
What?
So I went and looked at it. They've only played in the Champions League, as far as my records on flash scores would go. In 2006, they drew 0-0 at Highbury, and Arsenal beat them 1-0 at the Bernabeu. They had the likes of Alexander Hleb in midfield alongside Emmanuel Eboué. Jose Antonio Reyes was in the squad, Thierry Henry, Kolo Touré. So it was a long time ago, but a weird stat. And I think that's mainly just because Arsenal have missed a lot of Champions League football post Arsene Wenger. So a bit of a crease there. But I don't know about you, mate. I'm weird. I find it weird that you're humming and hawing on Rodrigo, because when I look at Arsenal, like Kiwior at the back, let's Luis Skelly guy, fine, whatever. Timber, fine, whatever. Mikel Merino up front. I don't know. This just feels like a Real Madrid Champions League party night. They get the job done here.
Yeah, you'd hope so. When you, I'd be confident if they were at home as far as like scoring a couple of goals. I just, do they score many away to our? Like, I'm not. Yeah, you're right. The defense isn't screaming like clean sheet, capable, especially with no Gabriel. Like, they're vulnerable. I'll definitely not. I would never doubt that. But I don't know. I just worry he gets hooked, and the fact that Modric is playing as well means he's going to have a bit of set piece jeopardy, and he's just not as strong as he could be as as a player. If away Modric plays. I've got my doubts, but I'm gonna play him. I'm gonna keep him in there. I don't think anything else I have is really much better, honestly. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep him in there.
Fair. Looking at the form coming into this, Arsenal's form isn't terrible in the last 5. They've not lost certainly, but quite low scoring, not much in it. They drew with Everton, of course, recently, and even the PSV second leg after smashing them the first time around, like it's not super, appealing looking at the form coming into this. But we've got Courtois back in the net for Real Madrid, and like you mentioned, with Modric starting, this Real Madrid team to me just feels like Champions League stardust is on it. You've got Modric starting, and somehow they're managing to play Bellingham, Camavinga, and Valverde as well as Modric. Like, I don't know, I just don't see them not scoring. Mbappe's having a great year after a terrible start that I thought he would have probably continued through the majority of his first season, but he's certainly got egg on my face. He's kicking it there now. And you know what? All of these guys, they love playing Premier League teams, and if they can rinse them and really rub their noses in it, that they're all about that life,
The stock just pops up a little bit more, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Very public, good performance you can get, very well reported and all that for all the Ballon d'Or votes for. I don't know if any of those guys are particularly in it, but that's all their game, isn't it?
For sure,
So
for sure.
a profile raiser. David Alaba comes back
Yeah.
into defence as well, and like if Arsenal didn't score in this game, I wouldn't be shocked.
No, but on it, I'm not. I don't want to call it 0-0, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's like under 3.5. This
Sure.
maybe even 2.5.
Especially with Real Madrid, because they only play for the last 30 minutes of Champions League games, when they're losing. Or something, they just kick into gear and smash somebody right at the end with a couple. So,
They
yeah,
just
if it
seem
goes
to
tight
just,
long enough.
churn, don't they? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not confident that we get serious goals in this. I really aren't. David Taylor says there, Arsenal low scoring. Could be very low scoring. Sorry, Arsenal could sit back with Rice and Pie in front of the defence. Marino's more of a false 9. Yeah. Like, that Arsenal team has, I know Martinelli's quick and obviously Saka, but outside of that, there's not much legs in that team. As in, up front, obviously, Rice will get around, as will Pie, but I don't know, Mbappe, Vinny, Bellingham, Rodrigo, there's a lot of powerful / explosive running in there in that front 4. Never mind Camavinga. I know Modric is not quick
Yeah.
and never has been, but I just worry. I worry that could really catch Arsenal out in some way. Timber's not quick, Skelly's not slow, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting.
It is. It's going to be a tight one. The chat is split, and I'm really sorry, Arsenal fans in the chat, but I just when I seen the lineups as well, I just thought, Alaba playing left back for Bayern Munich finally, for Real Madrid since moving from Bayern, rather than centre back. That could be a good move. Saka's got a lot to prove in this game as well. Did you hear his post-match, pre-match comments, where someone asked him something how far off? How far away are you from getting to their level, like the Real Madrid front three? And he was kind of I don't really.
I'm already
think
there, basically.
I think of myself as the same. So he's got something to prove. Maybe he could get some joy on that side. Alaba still maybe a bit rusty coming back from injury or whatever. So I fancy Alaba to do well, but it could also be the converse that could happen. He could get rinsed off of Saka potentially. That could be somewhere they get some joy from. But I think big Thibaut Courtois coming into this is a great shout for Best of Europe. And me and you, Harry, at the end of the deadline show on Friday, we built some Best of Europes. I've already edited mine, and I've kind of primed it for a giveaway. So I'll be having a wee bit of fun with that. The other game we've got tonight, of course, is Bayern München at home to Internazionale of Milano. And this team, Vincent Kompany said pre-game they're going to come up with some interesting solutions. Now, I don't know if this is actually the solution that they've got, where they're going to play Rafa Guerreiro in the Musiala position and just and go with it like it is displayed here, or if it's maybe going to be Limer, because Limer's a wee bit of an attacking mid type player. So this will be an interesting one to see how they're actually shaped up for the most part. Is it going to be something really wacky, like Guerrero, and like Company did keep his cards close to his chest, and he was trying to be quite coy, as if like we've got an ace up our sleeve or something. So I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't an error and this is the way it is listed. But um, this is going to be this is not going to be a boring match. This one.
Yeah, Bayern are interesting there, depending on where Guerrero actually ends up, because they're like lacking obviously a 10 there. But Guerrero is really versatile, isn't he? Like he can kind of play anywhere on a football field, I'd say. So yeah, that could be interesting because he'll do a lot of defensive work as well where needed. Because yeah, Inter obviously known for having three midfields, religiously. So they'll be busy. Like I think he's just matched them there, hasn't he? He's gone, okay, Guerrero, you maybe sit on Hakan or whoever the deep liar is, maybe, and just allow stop him from dictating play as best you can, maybe instead. Because like Musiala, I'm sure he obviously can press and stuff, but I'd argue Guerrero is probably a bit more, yeah, just a bit more solid in that sense defensively because he's a defender. Like I just
Yeah.
think that could work out quite well. They could maybe nullify Inter's midfield there and allow Kimmich a lot of space on the ball and time.
I would think the surely if is like Stanisic right back, Guerrero left back, and Limer attacking mid. That just feels like they kind of all are meant to play there, but somehow the right back plays left back, the attacking mid plays right back, and the left back is going to play number 10. So, but who knows? It might even be what you've said, DT as well. But I don't think pardon me, Olise will go central. I think they'll fancy him to be in wide areas because the thing with Inter is, like you say, the midfield three, but certainly the back three as well. And I think he's going to want the kind of level of Olise's quality in that wide area there. Pavard as well, former club. First time he's playing Bayern Munich since he left them. And Pavard's one of these players who's really weird, but I really like Pavard. I think he's quality. I think he's a big game player as well. So he could pop up in a match like this in a big way.
100%.
But like some Mkhitaryan, Calhanoglu, Barella, that's going to be all action. Lautaro Martinez back from injury and ready for and again, for as great as Lautaro Martinez is, he's not really had a big moment really Champions League wise or a real big run with Inter on this level. So a lot of motivation from both teams here. Vincent Kompany's Bayern Munich also with Urbig in goals and Eric Dyer at centre back. So like this one really could go either way. It's a really tough one to read.
Yeah, it'll be close, won't it? I think it'll be the battle of the defenses in some way because they're both depleted. Well, more so Bayern, obviously, with a lot of their main pieces out. I don't know, really tough one to call, and obviously keeper as well. Urbig, massive night for him, by the way. Like first Champions League start, I would argue, right?
Yeah, I think. Did he play Celtic?
I think
No,
he
Neuer
got
played us.
Yeah, so massive night for him. Hope it's not too big of an occasion for him.
Yeah. And then otherwise we get Kim Min-jae, Kimmich, Sané, Olise, Kane, if they've not been mentioned. Marcus Thuram with Lautaro, Acerbi, Bastoni, Sommer, the defence. And where Harry's mentioning where they're weakened, of course, is especially in the wide areas. Darmian and Carlos Augusto. No Dumfries, no DeMarco. And some other pieces have kind of moved around. So maybe not their first choices in some spots, but should be a tough one for all involved. Now, I'm going to pop my little best of Europe team on screen, Harry Boy. Now, I'm going to caveat this as well with I also got a $5 market credit because I had someone in Brazil score a goal at the weekend or something.
Did you really? Oh yeah, I've seen that displayed.
Yeah, so I snapped that up, which was cool. And then I didn't even take up, I took up a small fraction of even that little chunk, but I went out and I got an Alaba. I just thought Courtois clean sheet feels like a good one to go with tonight. I already had Bellingham in my first draft of the team. And I don't know, when I seen the team sheet, I thought, yeah, Madrid to nil feels like something I could get behind. Alaba was £2.50, which is an absolute bargain considering, like I mentioned in the intro, and a lot of you guys will know, any new players to Sorare who want to come play Champions League fantasy football, or even just with these cards for the rest of their career or whatever, are getting $100 offer on sign up to buy a card and play in the competition. You don't even need to buy a card to play. You only need to score 350 points and you will win further market credits. A $20,000 prize pot is equally split between everyone that hits it. It's probably going to be like $2 or something, but it's still going to be free market credits to kind of scoop up in an easy way. And on top of like $100 off the initial purchase, if you were to go and get an Mbappe, a Rodrigo that Harry Trades has got rocking out tonight, and the blues and the red cards, then it's a good card to have further and beyond this game week, not just for this one in particular. But this is the way I'm going. You only need to hit 350, which is not a big ask really. especially if you add a limited into it who can do A-okay. But I fancy David Alaba to get a wee double-double, a wee triple-double, something like that maybe. And with the bonus, could he get a wee bit jammy with a decisive of some kind? I thought at £2.50, it just felt like, why not?
I don't blame you, mate. Don't blame you at all.
It might. We're going to give him away after the game week, but so he'll end up with one of yous. But we went with Alaba on this one just because, yeah, seen the team sheet out, and in the spirit as well, a wee bit of the show. I just thought I'll have one ready for the deadline, and this just felt like a good one to go with. As I say, the prize, if I don't hit, I'm not too worried. I'm not even sure I will miss it, even with making a wee bit of a degen move like this, but I don't mind it. And then we went on the Barca boys playing tomorrow against Borussia Dortmund, which could be an absolute goal fest. Harry boy, how have you been messing up with Best of Europe?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm only just sort of getting to it now. I'm just looking clean sheet wise. Like, it's quite tough, isn't it, to pick out
There is.
A banker? Like, I mean, to be fair, you could go into like the Fiorentina type of realm, or is Betis as well? Betis would fit into this. I think that's the play, the Betis keeper.
Who are Betis got?
They're playing some dud at home. Couldn't even tell you.
Could be.
They're playing. Sorry, the keeper's like Fietas, isn't it, or something? How do you?
Frites or something, yeah.
Fran. Yeah, big Fran. They play whoever. Wow, I couldn't even tell you. SSA Jagiellona.
Oh yeah,
Białystok.
Yeah, they're from Poland.
Like, that's a gimme, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Really, like, I think
But
that's where I'm going to be.
That's like a 62 or a 31, isn't it? But
yeah, it is. I bet you've got to fancy him though to keep a clean sheet against a Polish side. But football's 11 men versus 11 men. We know anything can happen. I think I like Hakimi, mate, for defense against Villa.
I wanted Hakimi too, but I don't know. There's somebody in the shout here thinks Donnarumma's the best chance for clean sheet. I think underestimate Unai Emery at your peril. If someone was to derail the PSG train, it's surely former PSG manager, cup specialist Unai Emery. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not counting those chickens. Some of you can feel free. I'm happy to be wrong on it, of course, but I'd rather not touch that. Maybe the forwards, like there could be goals and stuff. Give me that, but
yeah.
Hakimi and Donna, I would shade personally.
100%. I think I'm going to go. Isco's apparently a little bit of a doubt or something, but I'm going to throw Isco in there for now with Anthony. I know that sounds a bit mental saying that.
You're not the only one.
There we go. Charlie's in there as well. Yeah,
they should rinse.
Anthony Isco. They should. I am going. I do want one bit of or a bit of a sweat tonight, so I have gone Elise in my midfield slot. So he's my only player playing tonight. Hakimi in defence, and then obviously the keeper and Anthony Isco from Betis.
Love that. I've gone Sommer because I've only conceded 2 in the Champions League. Ben Case, love that. Love that.
Bayern.
Stat movement.
Brave.
That is brave.
That is, but
if someone can do it.
Yeah.
Palmer for forward. Chelsea are a bit shaky. I think they've got a great game there. They away to Legia Warsaw. Are they at home?
Away to someone, yeah. Away to
Legia. Yeah, Legia is like hostile. Like, that won't be. They'll probably still beat them, but it's not good. I don't know if it could be a canter. Sometimes those games still are, but I've stuck with the Barca boys. I think they're just like both like 1 or 2 decisives and 100s on the cards.
Yeah, they could just rip them.
Yeah, it is frightening with those players. Saka highlight reels on the now. He's maybe fancying a wee bit of it. Real Madrid forwards as well, frightening AA potential in this game if they do get the goals that are expected. Arsenal don't really have any is there anyone from Arsenal you would even think about here? Maybe
it's just Saka, isn't it, really?
Saka, of course, yeah. Fair.
Yeah, it's tough pickings, isn't it, for Arsenal? I don't know who you're. Like a little set piece corner, yeah, a little Rice. I guess Saka's back now, so he'll be taking some set pieces. You've got, I'd just say Saka really as like a one-off.
Yeah, standalone. Yeah, fair. Go with some really tough games and tight ones. We normally can have a look at the matchups tab and have a look at all the games across European world football that we've got to wrestle with. Harry, you just mentioned the Europa League and the Conference League and stuff like that. Can we filter by that? We can't, but we'll see them as we come through. Betis, like you say, flying high at home to Jagiellona of Poland. We also have, but Barca's actually second top on this so far. Then PSG, of course, like you guys are mentioning. Fiorentina are away to NK Celje of Slovenia. And then we have Bran, strong us, just a league game, never mind that. Chelsea away to Legia Warsaw, as we mentioned. Frankfurt Tottenham, I'm not getting involved in that. I don't think anyone else should either. It just feels chaos. Bayern Inter, of course, tonight. Arsenal Real tonight. Lazio away to Bodo. That's an interesting one. Athletic Club, who are hosting the final, away to Rangers. Just try and give Athletic Club all the boost we can. Lyon, Man United as well. Cherky season. And did you see today, Harry?
Go on.
It's probably not much of a link. I think it was just like a scout page or something like that. But there was Cherky getting looked at by Man City if they don't get worse.
No. It does feel like a move the City would do, wouldn't they? And just fucking rot him on the bench. Or not on the bench, but just rot him in a rotation.
Yeah. These are the two teams I
feel-
went with for the overall game week. Cherky captain all the way.
Nice.
River Plate defence and then Casado in midfield.
Yeah, that's a strong team, you know. Really strong. If Cherky turns up. Because Jardim's fixture, I've got him in Super Rare and he's got a wicked fixture, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's at home to. I've never even heard of them.
I didn't even realize
Cabello.
they made it into the Suda. My Vasco
Yeah.
boys. Like I don't know how they did that. It must have been through this. You know, they play the Brazilian. Like they actually were performing pretty well in that. So I guess it's through that. You know.
Yeah, but they'll just make up tournaments to send the big teams into the cups.
Right. I'm surprised you've gone Cherky over Rafinha.
And that top team.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just think it is Dortmund as well. So like it might be. I expect Barca to score 2 or 3 or whatever, but I think Cherky at home at Man United, that he's just simply going to spike off big time. I just don't see any way around it. Big time, like shop window time on the.
I agree. I'm not saying he won't do well. I just think Rafinha's more 100 capable is my issue with that. Without making this an issue. Like Rafinha can just absolutely rip, can't he?
Yeah.
And he's on pens, I think, maybe. Or him and Lewan, I don't know.
I've put him with Tati, who's meant to play Bodo, and Goretzka, who's firing tonight. So I tried to be more attacking with that team as well. Whereas with that one, I thought I'll just give Cherky like a solid team, and then just captain Cherky. But maybe.
In fairness, what Charlie said, splitting them up is maybe even more of a.
Yeah, maybe put them together.
Yeah, like do you need 2 River defenders? Like I know they do smash like now, like a lot of the time, but
yeah, that's a good point actually.
Surely Rafinha has a higher floor, doesn't he? Or ceiling, sorry, than maybe a Quattro, because Montiel's on pens, right? So that could be huge.
Mm-hmm.
And you've already got Tati in there, so double forward like isn't a worry.
Yeah.
Getting rid of a forward, sorry. Oh, you got Sane as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to play Sane, but
you know he's going to get a DA now.
You think so?
Now that now that you said that, 100%.
Maybe do that. So I've got the Bayern hoodie on tonight. And then maybe drop Quattro for Rafi. Yeah, I don't mind that. Double striker with Cherky. Yeah, I don't mind that.
I mean, like they're both 100 capable there for me, those forwards. We're like, yeah, Quattro could get a last man tackle or something and just obviously do the madness, but Rafinha at home, Champions League, like he's just been immense this season. Like I'd be backing that.
Yeah. Makes me a wee bit nervous for the Montiel. I need to wait for this game to kick off at 1:30 in the morning tonight and double check the team before it comes out. Swap my Montiel for my Quattro.
Hey, what are you up? I can't tell you. I can't reveal it. It's too embarrassing. Montiel's not starting and fucking Quattro is.
I did have Gregor in a team as well, but I've swapped him for Goretzka. I just think Goretzka could have a good one tonight. And I'm YOLOing a wee bit. It's the midweek, so I don't really expect much for the most part. And I'm in All-Star. I'm not even got in-season comps or anything to run with, so I'm just flying high with it.
I would have loved to have used your Rafinha. Cheeky loan would have been perfect for me because my forward, we could still do it. We could still do it because the lineups don't.
I don't know. A big XP cost him a wee Rafi.
What'd you say?
Wee XP cost him a Rafi, but.
Ah, come on. What if I could give you 100 quid? If there was 100 quid in it for you? surely, because I've got Kimmich captain. I've got Lucas Perry, Clinton Mata, obviously against United. Lucas Beraldo at home to Villa because Marquinhos is suspended, so he's expected to play. And then I've got Jean Mateo Bahoya against Tottenham. He's my only in-season forward outside of Muller. So if a Rafinha went in there and we won, how much could we win? $1,000.
Could.
It's got to be worth the XP.
I don't think Beraldo's winning. I don't think Beraldo's winning it.
I don't know. Beraldo can smash, you know.
Yeah, maybe, but
If you look at all his scores, like he rarely ever scores less than like a 60. He just never really plays as much as you want him to. But I don't know. Yeah, you're probably going to need more than a 60 to win it. But I wouldn't be surprised if he does. If PSG keep a clean sheet, I think he could do like 75. Being quite busy, a couple of duels. Dobbsy says 50-50. Yeah, go on. I would do 50-50 on the winnings, 100%. If Rafinha was in my squad.
I'm not that confident it's going to... I'm not... I don't know. Captain Kimmy tonight?
No. Yeah, Captain Kimmich tonight 100. And then, okay, let's just say no one else smashes for Bayern. Like, Elise doesn't smash. Because he's the only one that, like, I obviously don't have that other people are definitely going to have with Kimmich. So it's one of them where, like, if Elise doesn't smash his face off and somehow Kimmich just walks to 100, Bayern don't keep a clean sheet. A lot of things have to happen. You know, everything's to play for them for Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, but then the issue is my Lyon boys play Thursday. And your Rafinha and my Beraldo play tomorrow. So we'd have to make a decision. Not that we're going to do this, but we'd have to make a decision before the Lyon fixture is the issue, you know?
Yeah,
like
that's what somebody else is saying in the chat. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not too tempted. I'm not much of a loner, to be honest with you. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what happens. But
surprised people don't do this, though. I know it used to happen all the time, but yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I've sat on it.
It was a
Put a wee
fun
4-man under 23 team out if you want to show us your builds as well. Harry just shows your teams what you've got. Locking and loading.
Yeah.
15 minutes to kick off.
I haven't got a ton. But I will show. I've got a 5-man super under 23, but only a 4-man rare, which is really annoying. So this is my 4-man rare, unless Mikiewicz plays, which I don't think he will.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty strong. Could have gone Vinny instead of Cherky, maybe, but
you're not going to play your play that in D2?
Nah, I'm just going to go for it. Because if Mikiewicz plays, I've got another D1 here. I'm not too bothered.
Mr.
And then
Harry
super
Trade's
rare,
got 2 D1s.
And then super rare, I've got Nozawa.
Ooh.
I'm hoping good. Baron. The issue is I don't have any. If Baron doesn't play, I don't have any of the mids. So I'd have to go and buy one if Rodrigo. Good thing is everyone plays apart from the keeper before Baron, so I'll know my jeopardy a little bit. And then this is my in-season champs, and then got 2 Super All-Stars because Jardim and Kaminsky both play.
Nice.
And then Bologna in rare, Burnley playing right now against Derby.
You fancy Santirod to play this game, yeah?
Yeah, probably, yeah. He came off the bench last game. I think he would.
He started the midweek before it. So hard to get good a good read on these squads because they're just mental. Like, you don't know what they're doing half the time.
Especially early on.
Aye.
So, yeah,
there's some good looking teams, especially the SRs, mate.
Maybe, yeah. It just depends if they play. And like I've got Mickey Yamane that I'm not using, a Zanka, but they're playing away to Tigres. Like, you know, tough game. I'll get it wrong. Like, there's no way I get the right 5 out of these. There's just no way. Like, there's just no chance at all. And then obviously the best of. Yeah, it'll be fun. Cheeky midweek.
So was that again? It was Hakimi and the Betis boys. Was that a scene?
Hakimi, Betis boys, and then Elise.
Nice stack.
Yeah, it should be fun. Hopefully, I want Elise to do well for that reason, but obviously for this reason, I probably don't. Do I?
Nice hedge, but
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's a good point. Didn't think.
Nice wee hedge. Yeah, so Rafi into that squad. Man United's probably scored a goal back against Lyon, don't they?
They probably do. Yeah, that's the thing. I would have sold this Perry because I got promoted from champ on the weekend. Like, I couldn't sell him, but I could. I just wouldn't get the promotion. Like, I was tempted to just get, because the prices of these keepers for this midweek have proper ballooned.
Ooh.
Because obviously, because there's only so many of them, isn't there?
Sure.
So yeah, I was going to do that, but then I thought, no, I can't really do that. So I just brought in Mata. Was the only player I needed to buy. He was like 10 quid.
Nice.
Yes, we'll see. I'm not expecting the world, but
Only 1,200 entrants.
Yeah, and 1 in 5 is getting a bit of cash, and then obviously market credits and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but like the Conference League one, like the cash on offer, although it's okay, but it's nowhere near what the Champs League one is. So, yeah, I had a couple of cards. I was saying to Laird earlier, I just sold. So it was like Bartra and stuff. Mark Bartra. I had a couple of
Nice.
Betis rares. Yeah, someone will scoop that. Only 300 players, to be fair.
Yeah.
Better than a kick in the teeth.
I know a lot of teams in that competition in terms of lineups for SO5 and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Like I had Adley. I didn't sell Adley because he was like 2 quid. I was like, I can't get rid of my Adley for £2.
Yeah. It's hardly worth it.
And Cucho isn't registered, so I couldn't use Cucho for Betis.
Ah.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a sticking point. Yeah. Quiet midweek, but still a bit going on, haven't we?
Yeah. Indeed we do. So, yeah, I've got 2 wee teams with a Connor Hazard, Plymouth against Swansea, and Jardim Vasco da Gama against Porto Cabello. It's my goalkeepers for the Champions League, Europa League midweek.
You have to get yourself a Lucas Piton now, Quinny. You have to be part of the Piton club now that you've got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Come on. 12 quid from Basel.
Nice, alright, Annie.
It's already got a DA this season, and then he got. They lost 3-0, and he still managed 10 AA, to be fair to him, which was pretty good. He was a joke for a period, and then he just kind of went off the boil a bit. Serie A clubs are really interested in him.
Nice.
I think if he has a good start to this Brazilian league now, I reckon he'll go in the summer.
Nice. That's good to hear.
And he's still under 23.
You're 23 also? Nice.
Yeah.
If I need a defender, I'll buy him. Oh, have I done mine? Panic? Yeah, no, I did mine. Oh, but I better change it, because I made one of them Depay. He's not going to play, I don't think, on projections.
Yeah, I don't think he is he?
Nah, I seen Magno there. I don't know if I want to put Magno in, because I don't think it's a great game if they've rotated. I'll probably just put. I don't have anyone else. I'll just put Magno in. Or Santi Rod. You've played Santi Rod? Yeah,
I have, yeah. I'm not too confident, but I'm kind of confident you might play.
I'll put Santi Rod and Magno in, screw it. With Goretzka, try and get a wee super rare one. If at all possible. Charlie Boy, it's all great until you get a DNP on Thursday and you need to panic buy some rando.
That's what's going to happen to me, I know it.
It's going to happen to us all for sure. Arsenal 46% chance to win. That's a quite generous odds, I would say, or bad odds. I don't know.
Them, do they?
Yeah, I don't know how you think of that. It's good if you want to back Arsenal, I suppose. It's not good if you want to back Arsenal because they should get less odds to win. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like Madrid are the bet there, aren't they? Really? Away to Arsenal, underdogs slightly.
I would think so. What was the odds on the game? The game tap we had here.
Let me sort out the little baby minis. Have a little whinge.
Yeah, sure. Slide Harry to the side, and we will try and find those Real Madrid. No, that's not. I've definitely scrolled past it. Bayern Munich at 49. Yeah, are Arsenal favoured here at 46%? Arsenal are favoured? Oh, they are. Because Real Madrid are not above them. Where are Real Madrid then? Man United, Rangers, Real Madrid. 26% chance to win. No. 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to work on this on our tab for a second. Wow. Yeah, guys, I've just been on to... Wow. That's not bad going, by the way. Arsenal are evens in my speak. Bang on evens. The draw 5-2. Real Madrid 12-5. 5-12. I always say it wrong. Wow. That feels way out of sync for me. Both teams to score, yes. Mbappe to score. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Arsenal are scoring. Wow, interesting. I'm not going to do. I've not stuck a. I'll tell you what I might do. I might do a wee bit of in-play action on this because this feels like a really good one. I don't know. I don't think there's any. No, maybe. I'll maybe just play this one by ear. If the first half is tight, I don't know. I'm not much of a gambler. You guys know me, but that feels mildly tempting, especially if the odds will shift once we get to half time. If it's 0-0, if Arsenal have looked good. Even if Arsenal take the lead, by the way. You know what Real Madrid are like in the Champions League. No holds barred. Emirates is popping, by the way. Should be a good atmosphere in that stadium tonight. To open the game week up, to open up the Champions League quarterfinals with that, isn't it? So it should be a good one. My teams are locked and loaded. Let me know about yours. I'll be giving away this David Alaba on some content coming up. So be sure to stay subscribed, tuned to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, all that good jazz. For the few cards, a few good giveaways on the cards. Recently, a lot of in-season limiteds, which has been fun. And this will be another good one to add into the collection for the ones we've given away. So hopefully one of you guys can benefit from that. Maybe on the deadline show on Friday or something like that. But we'll give that guy away once he's run his race for FC Barcelona to try and get me a wee bit of market credits. And where would be successful here if, like, I was thinking we are going to look at a prize pool when I'm tipping that off there, but of course we just need to hit the blooming score. Couldn't I just get my money back on Alaba? You know, I spent £2.50 on him, but the credit was like half of that, so it was only like £1 essentially. Can we see it? Yeah, 267 divided by 2, so it costs us very little. So if we can beat that, we want like $2 of market credit, I suppose, and then we're probably up on market credits for me, and I'll give the card away to one of you guys, of course, just for a bit of fun. It's something cool to do. We've been building up the XP from the old daily challenges. It's been building up in number, slowly but surely. We've got the rare XP up, we've got limited XP up. And yeah, Road to Glory on my channel went out earlier today, so I might need to actually level up some of these MLS buggers because MLS, Harry boy, it's painful, isn't it?
Brutal, mate, isn't it? It's fucking hard work, I tell you. Like, scores aren't that high in general, and then when they are, they're just never in the same lineup, and I just can't get it right now. Like, I'm always a player or two away every time.
Caicedo, the AA machine as well. So I might do some levelling up. We've got our hot streaks and all the rest of it for next week, hopefully. Harry boy, you'll have a wee Road to Glory coming out in due course, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, a couple days. Yeah, maybe tomorrow or either Thursday or tomorrow, one of the two.
And a wee reward video out tonight?
Yeah, I managed to squeeze out just then, to be fair, about 20 minutes ago. It was only 6 minutes long. Couple of crafts, a tiny bit of cash.
Oh.
Yeah, I was really unlucky. I should have won 230 super in season.
Oh yeah?
You've got to.
Yeah. No, I'm sitting on the rare stuff now, but I've got a limited one.
Okay.
I'm sitting on my rare stuff, but we've got a limited one.
Double is 12-1. I don't fancy Inter.
Mate, I went and checked. Yeah, I'm not too sure I would touch that game. That could go anyway for me. Wee bit of MLS neutral contender, so we'll see what this is. All the limiteds will be given away to the channel members. But no, after that sale thing they done, Harry, I will keep my essence locked and loaded. I want to build on it. I want to see how high I can get it throughout the summer. And I don't care that you need to wait 2 weeks after auctions have went and shit like that. It just means you're less likely to get screwed, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm not like, oh, you kind of miss the opening gate, as it were. I think you still get in quick enough with it, hopefully, to maybe a beast card. So that's my POA on the rare stuff. But limited, we'll give away to one of the channel members. We'll pump that before we go. And we go, as we see, Real Madrid and Arsenal coming out to watch coming out to start the game. Ooh, what was his name? Silvio Ilinkovic, under 23, Harry boy. played the last game. You should know all about him.
Should, yeah. To be fair, Rijeka did well last game, so not to say he did, but he's been. Ian will know a little bit about him, I would argue. Ian in the chat.
Yeah.
I reckon he might know a thing or two about the boy.
Yeah, he's been at Rijeka for a while. Kind of bit part player off the bench. 21-year-old Bosnian. And he's another one. On top of these guys here that we crafted when it was like the discount day and you could buy Essence. I crafted all these guys for the members. We'll give him away in due course as well. But yeah, I just when you mentioned that there, I was like, oh yeah, we've got a wee member craft we could just do to end the show with. But Harry Boy, good luck this game week. And to everyone that tuned in today, of course. Fist bump to you all. Good luck.
Yeah, massive good luck, lads, and obviously yourself, Quinny.
Magic. Have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Take care.